Is Bitcoin going to reach 500,000? What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. So right here, I'm on Coinbase. We're looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pretty much almost reaching its all-time highs from 2017, and this is just really exciting just because I pretty much started my career in trading around 2016, right? And so I remember very vividly the whole 2017 run up of Bitcoin. I mean, it's very recent, and I'm sure a lot of people remember this time. It wasn't too long ago. And Bitcoin had this major sell off. Of course, people know went up again. I remember buying it again at 3,000, selling around like 12,000. And then it sold off again, and now we're almost reaching all-time highs, right? So, of course, we have a bunch of articles saying, is Bitcoin, gonna reach 500,000? It's inevitable, right? Now, something I want to say is that, these articles have been around for the longest. I mean, around this time when Bitcoin was at its all-time high, all these articles were saying Bitcoin 100,000, Bitcoin, 200,000. These articles, these type of articles aren't new, but there's something different going on that wasn't going on before, right? Now, also, I do want to talk about this from a technical standpoint. So I have TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim open, and I'm looking at the Bitcoin futures right now. The reason I'm looking at Bitcoin futures on TD Ameritrade is just because on TD Ameritrade you can't trade directly Bitcoin. So, but you could trade Bitcoin futures, which pretty much charts the same way as Bitcoin. So if you could see, this chart is very identical to this chart. You guys just might not be able to see the resemblance just because this is a line chart. And then of course this is, a candlestick chart, right? Now, of course, we're only seeing it from the peak and then, after versus, on Coinbase, we're looking at it from the beginning of time, well, not really the beginning of time, but from this time all the way to here, right? So I just wanted to clear that up before someone in the comment section says, "Hey, these are Bitcoin futures." I'm very aware of that, by the way. Um, so what makes this time very different, right? So it's still a retail game, right? Now, what I mean by that is, for the most part, a lot of institutions and and places in Wall Street, they haven't really invested in Bitcoin just because Bitcoin, it's very volatile. It's not, insured by SPIC and I forgot the other institution where when you sign up for a bank account, the two institutions that usually your bank account is insured by up to 250,000. Can't remember it. If you guys remember it, maybe comment it down in the comment section below. Sometimes my mind draws blank, right? But it's those two things, right? It'll probably come into my head the minute I stop recording this video, just because that's how things are. But anyways, so Bitcoin is a lot of institutions have been staying away from Bitcoin. It's been really just driven up by retail, right? But what I mean by retail is just by individuals like myself and you guys watching this video. We're not talking about major firms or with or companies trading with millions of dollars, right? They've been avoiding Bitcoin because it's unregulated, it's very volatile, it's not insured, right? So it's very risky, right? Um, like I said, retail has been driving Bitcoin, but something that is new is companies, big corporations, the big boys, right? They're starting to invest in Bitcoin, right? We've seen it with PayPal. Now we're seeing it with Square. Square invested $50 million in Bitcoin. So why does this matter, right? Why does it matter that now we have, a big company like Square, investing $50 million in Bitcoin? Well, if you guys don't know, obviously it's just because they're pumping in a large amount of money. So it's obviously gonna make things push up higher, right? Retail can only do so much. Once you start having a multitude of other large institutions investing into Bitcoin, that's going to make a huge difference, right? It's just like any other stock. If you just have retail, trading it, okay, yeah, I might write up. But once you have firms putting in millions, maybe even billions of dollars, that is a dramatic difference, right? Now, with that out of the way, right? I want to talk about this from a technical standpoint, like I mentioned. So I have Bitcoin open over here. Of course, I have this blue line is the exponential moving average, and I have a regression, linear regression channel, right? I actually should be having something else on here, so I apologize. I'm doing this. Oh, wait, these are futures, so that's why. Okay, makes sense. Anyways, so Bitcoin is over here, right? So we could see, I'm going to draw resistance, obviously, just because all these titles that are saying, Bitcoin reaching 500,000, reaching these absurd amounts, I'm not denying that it's not something that's possible in the future, but all I'm saying is that around 2017, we were seeing these same type of articles that kept saying, hey, by 2020, Bitcoin is going to be worth this much. And guess what? We're in 2020, and Bitcoin is just now catching up to the peak in 2017, right? And I'm just going to draw this little resistance line. And I'm also going to put an alert, so I'm aware of what's going on. So when this crosses above this area, guess what? I'm going to get an alert, and that's when I'll enter Bitcoin. Now, let me try to explain why, right? Why I don't want to enter now, but if it goes here, I'll enter, right? I think Bitcoin is very overvalued right now, just because, I mean, when we're talking about from a technical standpoint, right? Bitcoin can, do a crazy number if we have large institutions investing in it now. But based on the technical standpoint, okay, the RSI is hot. It's red over here. It's overbought, right? The linear regression channels. I love linear regression channels. I have a whole video explaining how to read these, but it's very simple. They're just like support and resistances. And we see that Bitcoin is approaching this area over here. So that could be a potential resistance. And just like the hype in 2017, a lot of people lost money because they weren't buying. And let me, we can't really see good on this chart. Let's go on this chart. If you bought Bitcoin here or anywhere, before, maybe over here, yeah, you made a fortune. But, people, a lot of retail individuals, they got in at Bitcoin over here at 17,000. They rolled the train. They came on the train too late because then it only went to 20,000, right? I believe, well, 19,000, almost 20,000. And then it had the craziest sell off in the matter of just a few months, right? So, and that's just what happens when if you're late to the party, you're late to the party, right? So, I don't want individuals just kind of just like chasing the news now, right? If you didn't get into Bitcoin after, it started having after this area where it sold off and then pushed above, and made confirmation that it was going up, then, you were too late to buy and sell here and make a nice profit. And, right here would have been the best entry once we, broke above the exponential moving average, or there's confirmation that we're moving up. Now, is it too late to scalp a trade? Absolutely not. You could definitely scalp a trade maybe from here to here, make a nice little solid 10%. But I'm talking about as far as a big move, if you're not already in it, from like 12,000 to here, which was only really like 67%, but that's still a lot in the last 3 months. But of course, there's other individual stocks that have just performed just as well. For example, I'm up 100% in Neo stock in the last 3 months, right? So these numbers aren't crazy, but still, you're a little late to the party if right now you're not at Bitcoin and now it's reaching the all-time high. So I don't want individuals to buy in now and then get burnt out, right? So here's the thing, and I know you're probably getting confused. Why is he saying he'll buy in here but he won't buy in here? I want to see confirmation that Bitcoin breaks above 20,000, right? Because if we touch this linear regression channel and there is a resistance here, then guess what? We're just going to touch it and sell off, right? And that's not what I want. I don't want people late to the party that, buying in here, touching it here, and then it falls down, right? What I'd like to see, for me to answer, me personally, to answer into Bitcoin one more time, I would want to see, Bitcoin break this resistance, because then that's telling me, okay, we're breaking this trend of just touching this resistance and coming back down. If we break this area over here, we're making all-time highs for Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin, and that's, and that's still scary, right? Buying things at an all-time high, but it's just, saying that we're breaking into a new level. It's not that same pattern of, oh, we hit 20,000, it's time to come back down. If we break above 20,000, when you break a resistance, that resistance ends up becoming old support, right? So really, that's just what I kind of want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin from a technical standpoint. Now, I'm not, being very pessimistic about Bitcoin. I agree that, there is a possibility of these articles, ever coming true, 500,000, right? But I don't want you guys just to invest, your money in Bitcoin just because you guys see these crazy articles saying, hey, Bitcoin's going to 500,000, right? I trade off the technicals, right? So over here, I wouldn't want to buy in just because I'm not sure if it's just going to go up to, this linear regression channel and then immediately sell off one more time, right? I don't know that. I don't have a crystal ball, right? So I'm gonna wait till Bitcoin touches this resistance, breaks above it. Then I know, hey, we are making a new pattern. We're breaking above it. Now again, like I said, Bitcoin can do these crazy numbers just because we've seen PayPal, we've seen Square do it, and I think overall people or institutions, I'm sorry, are becoming a little bit more comfortable with investing a little bit in crypto. We're still not seeing, corporations invest billions into crypto. Still isn't a thing. But this is a big move over here. $50 million from these major companies. So again, I just kind of wanted to get that out there for you guys. I know a lot of people, I don't want people buying on impulse like what happened in 2017, because trust me, a lot of people lost money over here. They were like, "Oh, Bitcoin just keeps going up." And they kept thinking it was going to go up indefinitely, and they lost a lot of money. Some people put their whole life savings in it, and that's very unfortunate. So, I just kind of want to, guide people in the right direction. Kind of not saying that you guys have to, make your trades based off of me. I don't want to spoon feed you guys, right? I want you guys to do your due diligence, be independent, and make your own trades. But I just want to provide my insight on things to look out for, right? Again, hopefully you guys can get a great position on Bitcoin. Watch what happens. If it touches this area and starts selling down, then we gotta wait to see what ends up becoming the support and when to get in. Again, I'm not very active in crypto as I was back then. But again, I wouldn't mind trading crypto if it breaks above this resistance. I know I might be repeating myself, but it's just, this is a very interesting, and 2017 was an interesting time for Bitcoin, and I would love to see something crazy happen again. Especially we got big corporations, we got the big boys coming in. Now if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, by the way, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment down. It all helps. All those call to actions really just help this channel grow. Also consider checking out the links in the description below, because the first link is a link to my free Facebook group, and it's pretty much a community of individuals that I'm building that's interested in trading in the stock market. And also consider checking out the link for Webull, where if you sign up with my link, you'll receive 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600. It's a promotion that's going up now. So all you got to do is deposit $100. You'll get 4 free stocks. It's guaranteed. And it might be valued up to $1,600. When I first signed up with Webull, I got a free share of Google. That was $1,200. So, I was pretty satisfied. Is that going to happen to you? I don't know, right? You never know unless you sign up. But, and again, if you don't want to trade on Webull, that's completely fine. You could honestly deposit your 100, try out the platform. If you don't like trading on Webull, of course you could just get your $100 back and close the account. But there you go. I'm just trying to provide this promotion for you guys. I know we're kind of going through a tough time during this pandemic, so that's just a little freebie if you guys sign up for Webull with my code. But with that being said, guys, again, my name is Justin from Push and Profit. Hope you're having a beautiful day today, and take care.